Respected friends, let's proceed further in our attempt to understand the truth through the study of our Shastras here, namely the very profound, rare, sublime Shastra, Prakarana Shastra, that is Smriti Prakarana, that's called as Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana. Jagat Mithyatva, Brahma Pratipadanatva, said by Vasishtha ji to Rama, that is going to make it more clear through LEELA Upakhyanam, which we started yesterday, wherein we saw the Divya Gunas of Raja Padma there. Today we'll see the equally noble Sadgunas of wife Leela. Then in the next 16th Sarga onwards, we will see how they love each other, revel, and then she starts doing vicharana, thinking, then how to live such lovely life of Pati Patni for long time. What are the upaya? She tries to find it through various rishis, and she does her own various anushtana. Such a good thing while going through the story. The main topic of Sarvam Brahma is established. Along with that, at the empirical level, like this loka, aneka lokas are there, karma phala are also of various types, even though all of them are mithya. Or even though lots of karma phala, loka prapti are there, yet they are also fall in the category of mithya jagat only. So, 15th chapter, while concluding it, let's enter into the 16th also today. Start. Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattuliyam Rama Nama Varanane Param Brahmane Shruti Matre Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidyacharya Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha Shri Vaashishtha Vishwamitra Valmiki Vedavyasa Vamadeva Naradadi Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana Shastranam आचार्येभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सु संप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः. Mm. Oh. ॐ सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखघनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यम् सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते. ॐ तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे. विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं. तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः. पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं वैरविकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृत जलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये. ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्रपरब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीवसिष्ठादिऋषिभ्यो नमः. श्रीयोगवासिष्ठमहारामायणशास्त्रम् तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणं लीलोपाख्यानं मंडपोपाख्यानं नाम पंचदश सर्गः. श्री वसिष्ठ उवाच. Friends, yesterday we saw 23 beautiful qualities of this Raja Padma, indicating to us that the jivas are made by their continuous efforts and practices, good or bad, knowingly or unknowingly. So, indicating to us that knowingly, consciously, let us put efforts for us to become good, better day by day, whether they are high qualities or great values or the wonderful performances in the world through dharma or the great life of talents, abilities, or the spiritual upasanas or even the yoga sadhanas. Ultimately, the Vedanta Adi, they won't happen accidentally just like that. They're all made by the jivas by their purushartha. So, you and I also, having noted down this principle, let us jump into that beautiful life of Swaprayatna Purushartha. One, to keep on raising our standards, two, maintaining them there, not bringing down. The standards of life. Standards of living also okay allowed, wherein we talk about the comforts, etc. Standard of life also more sacred. Keep on lifting it and maintain it there habitually. Should not come down, isn't it? As much it is great to dhared atmanatmanam, so much it is great to see that atmanam na avasaded. We do not allow ourselves to fall down. So excellent were all these qualities, 23 of them. Last one was Leela Lata Lasya Marutu. So Leela named Lata Lasya. For it, he is Marut. So he is ready, willing to have that the Leela Lasya, which is like Lata and he is like Marutu. So that means what? When beautiful creepers are there, when the wind blows, those creepers in their own ecstasy dance. You can see them. Like in him. So he is like that Marudvayu for the dancing of the Latas of Leela, that the enchantments, the entertainments, or taking up lots of projects of benefit, etc. So he is active, dynamic, he is conscious, he is full aware, he is higher level in his thinking as a human being, that too as a king, with so many of the facilities, amenities, conveniences, and things and beings under command, great things can be done. He was doing all of them. Some kings are not aware of all the resources that are there, human or natural or anything. So they don't do anything. But I say monotonous, the kingdom goes on going on. But there are some kings who recognize the talents, abilities in people and requirements and other resources, and then they just aggressively uh, themselves acting, employ everybody also to create great, beautiful world country for them to live of all facilities, amenities, very aggressive. Every day there is a meeting in one area or the other, calling all the public, telling that in your this place, this school is required from my side as a king. This much I provide. You also collect. Together, let's make a hospital or a school. You understand? That's the meaning of Leela Lata Lasya Marut means he is busy in doing all those things. Next one, Hasotsaha Kesha. Oh, sorry, Sahasotsaha Keshavaha. In the Sahasa, bravery, and in that Sahasa Kritya, with full of Utsahata. साहस में और उत्साह में he is like Lord Keshava only. Keshava is Bhagavan Narayana. He is unhesitant to take avatara in any form and do the sahasa krityas with all the utsaha. He doesn't feel bad to come as a fish. And in that huge pralaya jaladhi, keeping that Satyavrata, future Manu, and all the Rishigana, till the pralaya gets subsided, he keeps on pulling that Nava, giving them the entire jnana. So that is sahasa to be in that pralaya jaladhi and utsaha to give that entire jnanam Vatsa Purana. So too, he has no hesitation to come as Kurma Avatara, supporting the entire Mantarachara Parvata to see that the Devatas, Rakshasas, they churn the ocean and get so many things, including the Amrita. He doesn't feel bad. मैं क्या कूर्म बन के आ जाऊं. So that is the utsaha to come, and having come, having all the sahasa to do the work for which he has come. So too, he won't hesitate to bring the earth from Rasatala. And for that, he won't hesitate to take the Varaha avatar. See, first two three avatars are Pashu Yoni only. Vatsya Kurma Varaha. That we have to learn from the Lord. Here, Sahasa Utsaha Keshava means like Keshava, he is in the Sahasa and Utsaha. It's a very Sahasa Krutya to bring the earth while defeating that Hiranyaksha. Then it needs lots of Utsaha. Many people have Utsaha, inspiration, but Sahasa is not there, the abilities and actual performance. Some people do the Sahasa, but after some time, because of inabilities, when they fail, they lose the Utsaha or when the success doesn't come. Lord is not like that. When he came as Nrsimhavatara, you can see his Sahasa to fight and eliminate Hiranyakashipu and the Utsaha in protecting Prahlad. See that Sahasa Utsahata in his Vaman avatar also. One second, friends. I see some disturbance here. It's not properly coming. So he comes as Vamana. See that in the small Balaka goes to Bali. See the way he has dialogue and gets those 3 feet, and then see the Utsaha to measure the entire world. And then whether he comes as Parsurama, then Rama, then Balarama, Krishna, Kalki, all of them are the Lord's avatars with full of sahasa and utsaha only. So this king also is in that sahasa and utsaha. He is like Keshava, unhesitant. One beauty of Keshava is any undertaking he has taken, he always succeeded only in that. कोई भी अवतार भगवान ने ली, यही महिमा है भगवत अवतार का कि कहीं भी उनका कोई फेल्योर नहीं हुआ. Understand? Rama Rama Sita Rama Ramachandra Pahima. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo What is that? So much. I don't see it in my. एक minute, I just come back trying to. Okay, Narayana. Thus, Sahasa Utsaha is like a Keshava. Now, Saujanya Kairava Shashi. See that beautiful thing? Saujanya means Sujanata. He being a Sujana, a person of all Sushtu Gunas, nobility, etc. If it is like Kairava, the flower which blossoms in the nights, to make it blossom is like Shashi, the Chandrama. So in himself also he consciously develops that Sujanata of nobleness of character, etc. And in the country kingdom also he promotes that Sujanata. By recognizing people, by rewarding them, awarding them, or starting such training institutions, whatever. So he sees to it that the people are made to be Sujana. है ना? It's required in the big countries like India. As much it is required, so much it is difficult, isn't it? But still, policies have to be brought very delicately. That operation has to be done to bring Sujanata in the people. At least these two things. One, the patriotism towards the nation. Second, tolerance to each other. If this much Sujanata is brought, peace can prevail, progress can happen, prosperity can happen. Sujanata, Saujanya, beautiful, no? If all schools, education systems, why only schools, even colleges, why colleges, even all government offices, why only even private? You know, that if they are continuously every day pumped with good qualities and what do you call Desha Bhakti, etc., how nice it would be. And half is the job of government, remaining half is the public only. Public, all already wise, they should straight away support the government by implementing them, and they should also take the other public around with them and inspire them. Yeah, it is in the interest of the country. Desha is the country that the government is putting these projects. Let us involve in them. You know, even everyone inspires their own family, friends. That is enough now to bring the required sujanata for a decent nation. Okay? And the others too should responding positively. Mm. I like at this point. Saujanya Kairava Shashi. Sujanata with all noble values, virtues. Hai. See the materialistic prosperities sometimes happen so much, sometimes they may not. Even the high spiritual giants come and guide the people. There may be big gaps in between. सब चलता है लेकिन the sujanata is always required. the decency of the people, nobility of the people is need of every hour. That has to be maintained by all means. The decency, dignity, you know, that's the real humanness. The human glory is not in misusing its intelligence to explore, exploit the Prakriti for his own personal bhoga. That's not true intelligence. The true human intelligence is in keeping himself always in decency and in limits, in maryadas, by expressing sujanata every moment. This Raja used to value that. Eh? This sujanata, if you want to understand today's world, so many countries. Some countries like हांगकांग सिंगापुर जो भी है इतनी सुजनता वहां प्रजा में होती है. They don't even put a piece of paper also on the road. They respect their country, their roads, all of that. That is embedded in their system. It went on for being practiced from generations. Like in our India, in many countries, by generations, we are just doing only nonsense of spoiling our own surroundings. See, nonsense of being so selfish that now the times of destruction have come so much that our own family members we don't hesitate to trouble them for the sake of some paltry money, etc. It has become a trend. सब पैसा है बस भोग पैसा भोग उसके लिए कुछ भी कर. In some religions, that fanaticism is embedded in them so much by their so-called gurus and others that in their nas में वो है. See that such a great profession of being doctors, but professionally they doctor, but then culturally what they are misguided, trained. That's what they have. Some of them are found, many are unfound. Except some small, mature lot of few people, exceptions, the whole clan ही उनका ऐसा trained होता है. They only told, they only tell. Then that's what continues. Sujanata should continue. Beautiful, na? Love and respect the fellow living beings. Help them. है ना? There are the outer social things. Therein, common plan of action we should have. Other than that, the internal spiritual things have very subjective approaches. There, let's not quarrel or contradict or fight with each other. Proper dignity, decency, decorum maintain करते हुए. This is called as Saujanya Kairava Shashi. I love this point. 22nd. Last one. Dur Leela Vallika Analaha. This we missed yesterday. We need to study it little. So Dur Leela Vallika Anala. So Dur Leela Vallika. Dur Leela means wrong doings, wrong deeds. If they are like again Vallikas, the creepers, then विषैली creeper भी होते हैं. उसका हवा भी विषैली होता है, फूल भी ऐसे होते हैं. इवन द पत्ता भी टच करो तो ही पॉइजन आ जाता. पॉइजन. व्हाट डू यू डू विथ सच पॉइजनस क्लस्टर ऑफ प्लांट्स और लेट अस से क्रीपर्स? अनलह, आग लगा के जला देते हो ना. सो दिस राजा पद्मा इज अनलह to that Dur Leela Vallika. Anybody even thinks about doing something wrong to the society, he has put all his Gudacharis, the secret agents, in such a way that it is found before the thought is shared with others, he is taken for a task. है ना? Like India, after a long time, this bomb blast happened yesterday, a day before in Delhi. 12 innocent people died. That's a Dur Leela. है ना? Now exhaustive, extensive research search is going on to trace the main culprits. Till the time government has not made any governmental statement to accuse directly the Pakistan or anybody. But once the evidences are clear, proofs are clear, analaha, like a fire only the response to be done. इस बार तो तगड़ा ही कि वेकअप उनको फिर जागृत ही नहीं होने देना है ना इट्स अ वेरी वेरी टफ थिंग and the other side the general social awareness also has to be brought up that this is not the way. How can you kill some other people by bomb blast? उसमें क्या मजा है रे राक्षस बेवकूफ पानी में डूब के मरो तुम अगर जी नहीं सकते तो that's better for these people to die jumping into their nearest ocean if they cannot sustain or tolerate the life of others. You die, why you kill others? तुम दूसरों से नहीं जी सकते हो तुम मरो हो क्या हक है तुम्हें दूसरों को मारने का the concept itself is wrong. The terrorizing others, troubling others, killing others. So that is Durlila Vallika. Analaha. Now the Indian entire protecting force, all of them have to chappa chappa vichan karna. है ना? Such a the pathetic condition in our countries, the so-called people who are in so many positions, etc., they only support it. Some places, when you listen to the people's talks, they are very famous for their different arts, but they talk so nonsense, which is not at all in the interest of the nation. बहुत बुरा लगता है भाई ऐसे भी क्यों होते रहे जीवन but because we study Vedanta we know the individual total prarabdhas we know the Ishvara Leela therefore we are able to tolerate many a times though not knowing appears to be better otherwise it pains the heart so much. But thank God we have that inability of spiritual background to be able to rightly interpret, understand everything. Safe. है ना? अब now I see government का seeing the terrorist act yesterday, day before. If they have taken any action abruptly, it would have been created more chaos. Same with that Pahalgam and all. Calculatively करते हैं. वही है महिमा. That's called as the real king. उसको छोड़ भी नहीं देना taking decisions in haste. So feel the meaning of this sentence. Dur lila vallika analaha. In individuals or groups, anybody are trying to do the dur lila, he is like anala only. He uses all his powers to eliminate that. Like in Uttar Pradesh. That is dur lila vallika analaha. The whole country should have leaders like that. Public should support such government. If the public doesn't support government by electing and by congratulating, thanking them for doing so, then the government also chup ho jate. Then all these gundas they will grow. Then the suffering is to the public only. Such gundas only enter into again, you know, the politics, etc. Then dono dono dost bante. है ना? See that in the countries like Iran and all, how many of the terrorists are there in the government, trained, well trained. उनका फिर थिंकिंग डिसीजन ऐसा ही होगा Public's role is very much. Every individual's role. Become wise for the country's sake. Whom to elect, किसके लिए स्लोगन उठाना है सब. So this king is Durlila Valika Analaha. Like that, 23 great qualities of him are told here. Now about his wife, whose name is Leela. Why so much of disruption I'm seeing. Speed तो काफी है मेरा. Hare Rama. नारायण हरि नारायण हरि Narayana, Narayana Hari, Narayana Hari. Mhm. Again, I will take 1 minute. Just I'm trying my best to see. Shambho Shankara Sada Shiva. Yes, friends, this is about that King Padma. What about his wife? That also let us see for some time. Krishna Vasudeva. Now, Tasyaste Subhaga Bharya Leela Nama Vilasini Sarva Saubhagya Balita Kamale Vodita Vanau. So, Tasya Asti Bharya Leela Nama. So that King Padma has wife by name Leela. She one quality. Second, Vilasini. Third, Sarva Saubhagya Valita. Fourth, Kamala Eva Udita Avanau. So first is Subhaga. With all the Subhaga, Sadgunas. Bhaga means Sampada. Sakala Sampada, which when a woman has is appreciated, all of them are with her. Then Vilasini. Vilasini is not a lazy fellow of non-performance, non-activity, but she is active, dynamic. Second, then Sarva Saubhagyavalita, endowed with all the Saubhagya Lakshanas with her. People with their natures, talents, and their characters, bring the Saubhagya or Daurbhagya. You know, that's why in our Indian system, शादी वादी करनी है ना. हम्म, हम्म. They look for such bride who brings all Saubhagya to their house. So to the ones who want the daughter to be given, they look into that family, gone where that girl is happy all the time. Isn't it? So even by all interviews are done for giving the job. That fellow when he is taken and given a job, he should bring Saubhagya to the office or company, not Durbhagya. In our life also, when we have to make friends with someone or establish some relation or join any samstha or start ourselves something, it should be the giver of saubhagya, not durbhagya. Underline that point. So sarva saubhagya valita, then kamala iva udita avanau. Avanau on the bhumi, she is like kamala iva, like the Mahalakshmi only. See all these things. As we see in Puranas, till some time back, tak, maybe 10, 20 years back, tak, these words were used in addressing also. है ना? When a granddaughter is born, they used to say, हमारे घर लक्ष्मी आई है. Isn't it? Wonderful. Even the Bahu comes home, your coming is the arrival of Lakshmi. So too when the daughter is married and sent, she's told her, go to that house to increase that the Lakshmi of all sorts of that house. Isn't it? How beautiful, isn't it? Kamala iva udita avanau. For the whole Bhumandala, she is like Udita Kamala. Kamala means Lakshmi Devi. That's how we should think. My presence should add to the Sampada, Sukha, Shanti only of my nation, this world. Let me think like that. Let me behave like that. See that nobility. What's wrong in that type of either not thinking like this or thinking negative only without seeing its consequential effect on the total, being so selfish and all. being so much bhogi and deluded in that, not coming out of that pinjara of swartha and bhoga. It's a pinjara. We are bound in that by ourselves. जीवन ऐसा ही नहीं जिया जाता. For artha also we can live life. For others, for totality, for spirituality. Hmm? This is what is. She is avanau kamala iva udita. Then the beautiful second shloka is Sarvanu Vritti Valita Leela Madhura Bhashini Sananda Manda Chalita Tvitiyendu Dayasmita. About her also, how many qualities are told. ऊपर सुभगा विलासिनी सर्व सौभाग्यवलिता कमला एव उदिता फोर क्वालिटीज हियर आल्सो सर्वानुवृत्ति वलिता लीला मधुर भाषिणी सानंद मंद चलिता द्वितीयेन्दुदय स्मिता दे आर ऑल ब्यूटिफुल वेज श्री वशिष्ठ जी इज डूइंग वर्णन राजा का भी इतना बढ़िया वर्णन किया अभी रानी both of them when they do vihara that will be done varnana in the first portion of next chapter very beautiful. So one is Sarva Anuvrutti Valita means to everyone she is in the Anuvartana only. She is in coordination with everyone only. Samanvaya. Never selfish so much that कुछ भी हो जाए दूसरों को I am not caring. So taking everybody into account in doing anything, deciding anything. Sarvanuvrutti Valita. What everybody likes. I want this item today. यही बनाना चाहिए मैं रानी हूं नहीं तो मैं नाराज हो जाऊंगी नॉट दैट नॉनसेंस सर्वानुवृत्ति what is good for everyone and wherever she is with husband with parents in law with any other body उनके अनुसार उनको जिसमें कंफर्टेबल है वैसा रहन सहन हाउ नाइस दैट थॉट सर्वानुवृत्ति वालिता our presence should be appreciated asset to everyone not that we wherever we go bossing करते हुए we create all the chaos and confusions सर्वानुवृत्ति हाँ you are such a charming dynamic high level of spiritual personality or personality of great social what do you call contribution then people only ask you and they tune themselves according to you putting red carpet to you everything वो तो अलग बात है दैट्स टू बी कमेंडेड वो कमेंडिंग होती है बट डिमांड नहीं करना चाहिए एट द टाइम इफ वी नो दैट वी आर नॉट सो ए ग्रेट पर्सन दैट वी कैन कमेंड ऑल दैट थिंग्स वी शुड बी सो simple and tuning to everyone in such a manner that what is good for everyone that alone should happen I won't insist anything from my side that's the meaning of sarva anuvritti valita. Then Leela. Leela means her presence is so unassuming, therefore not pinching or troubling and effortful to anyone. That's called Leela. Her name itself is Leela. So whether it is a walking, whether it is eating, whether it is in the public, anywhere, her presence doesn't disturb, harm others. That type of living effortlessly and making it effortless to others is called Leela. Isn't it? Like when you travel in trains, स्लीपर कोच है मानो या इवन थर्ड एसी तो रात को 2 बजे कहीं गाड़ी रुकी then 5 people 4 people boarded that train and so much hangama they do that the entire compartment of remaining 64 are disturbed सब लाइट डाल के आवाज करके लड़ाई करते हुए सामान के लिए जगह नहीं छोड़ा करके सामान खींच खींच कर फेंक कर अपना वहां लगा के then आधा घंटा they talk to each other 1 hour there are some immature lot of educated nonsense people arrogant gunde type होते हैं I have seen so many places there is other group also leela they just come knowing that all are sleeping just even without putting that light also with their own cell phone light they just put their luggage there occupy their place and just sleep. Nobody knows that they have come. That's called Leela example. Isn't it? Wow, beautiful. घर में फंक्शन होता है तो इन नाइस सोबर वे यू डू इनवाइट ऑल नो डिस्टर्बेंस टू नेबरहुड लीला द अदर थिंग इज इतना धूम धड़ाका कि दिस 4 days देयर इज ए हेल टू पीपल अराउंड तुम्हारे घर में शादी सब बड़ा नेबरहुड में बर्बादी आई एम गिविंग एग्जांपल्स ऑफ ऑपोजिट ऑफ लीला you know that's a giving sukoon to others comfort to others in your presence so nice it is. The other fellow is always dominant. कुछ कुछ फैमिली में that head of the family is like that without head. Nobody can be comfortable in his presence. And when he dies, everybody celebrates. Chala gaya Bab, now all are free. Leela. Then next one, beautiful one is Madhura Bhashini. है ना? Madhura Bhashini. The way of talk is Madhura. Madhumanishe, Madhujanishe, Madhuvakshami, Madhuvadishyami. Sweet speaking throughout life. Bas. We have no right to use any bitter, harsh words to harm anyone. Even if somebody is doing wrong, there is a decent way of saying. No need to just break all those, barriers and lose the cool, etc., and shout at others. Madhura Bhash. It's okay. Even if somebody has done wrong, explain to him that could have been this way better. So try next time. Better luck. Madhura Bhash. कुछ लोग इतने कट्टर कड़वा बोलते हैं ना पूरे सबको इतना चोट लगता ही रहता है अनकल्चर्ड uncivilized way of living. We have to be aware, that being aware and aware of our presence, others' presence, our behavior, it should be acceptable, tolerable to others. That's called real maturity. Madhura Bhashini, really likable. Next, Sananda Manda Chalita. She is always in that Manda Chalanam and Ananda. Opposite of it is, instead of Ananda, there is Dukkha and Krodha. Instead of Manda Chalana, Chatak, Patak, Dhatak, Matak Chalana. She is not like that. Sananda Manda Charita. Good thought, na? Okay. Then the fourth one is Dvitiyendu Smita. When she smiles, it's like the second moon has risen just now in the horizon. Good way of expression, na? Dvitiya Indu Udaya Smita. The दूसरे चंद्रमा उठे हैं ऐसे खिलखिलाकर हंसती है. That full nice smile coming from the heart out of that real joy and love and acceptance of the situation and people around. Great thought it is. Dvitiyendudaya Smita. This is how she was. So her parents brought her up like that. Isn't it? Great. So next one. Alakali Manohari Vadanam Bhojashalini Sitangi Karnika Gauri Jangame Vasarojini. Alaka Ali Manohari Vadana Amboja Shalini. See, her Vadana is like Amboja, lotus. Shalini is beautiful. So the face is as beautiful as lotus, and the Alaka hair are like the Ali, the Bhavra on her face. See the poetic expression of the Advaita Brahma Jnana giving Vasishtha. Good expression. Na? Alakali Manohari. Alaka means the bal. Ali means the Bhavra. They are the ones which are so beautiful. Therefore, Manohara. On what? Bhavra to mandarate hain on the flowers. So here the flower is lotus. What is it? Her own face. So Alaka Ali Manohari Vadana Amboja Shalini. So beautiful with lotus like face that her bal hair are adding beauty like the bhavra. And then Sitangi, fair complexioned, Karnika Gauri, beautiful ear and all of that. Jangama Iva Sarojini. Finally, she is like mobile lotus. Generally, the lotus is in the pond stationed at one place. But she is a lotus moving. Jangama Iva Sarojini. बढ़िया है ना वर्णना Excellent. Next, Lata Vilasa Kundaugha Bhasini Rasashalini Pravala Hasta Pushpabha Madhushri Dehini. So Lata Vilasa Kunda Ogha Bhasini. So the Lata, the creeper, beautiful because of the Kunda Ogha, the bunch of lilies to that. She is like that. Bhasini, always in that bright, brilliant expression, and Rasa Shalini. Rasa Shalini is she is not ni rasa by herself, nor she induces or gives ni rasa to people around. है ना? Again, out of many examples, you can see our Pujya Gurudev is the best example. है ना? He is Rasa Shala. He is always in the Rasa Jivana. Active, dynamic, full of joy and exuberance and jubilation. Even at the age of 70, 75 was, and in his presence, all even youngsters also used to get so much of excited, inspired. That's the meaning of Rasa Shalini. Bhagavan Krishna was like that. You know, some people are there so boring. They're very active, dynamic people also become boring in front of them. She's not like that. Rasa Shalini and also Lata Vilasa Kundauga Bhasini. She is like a creeper with all bunch of chameli blossomed there, giving fragrance and beauty. So you can picturize that means when she walks or when she talks or when she cooks or when she serves everywhere. That is, that's always some well trained cultured decency. She was like that, a great lady. Very, very nice way our Vasishtha is telling. The next one, uh, Pravala Hasta Pushpabha. She is like fully blossomed flowers as a bunch, a bouquet. Pravala is well blossomed. Hasta in the hand. Pushpa means the bunch of flowers. Kitara Abha. Then Madhushri Iva Dehini. She is full of the Madhuta, mithas. Madhushrihi, the rich Madhu. Dehini means the one who has got her disposition. Madhushri Riva Dehini. Then comes Avadata Tanuhu Punya Sparshana Halada Karini Gange Vagangati Gangata Deha Vati Hamsa Vilasini. So Avadata Tanuhu. Avadata Tanuhu means well taken care Sharira. Not too lean thin that kuch khaya nahi, and not so fat that कुछ छोड़ा नहीं कि सब खाई जाए अवधात तनु includes well balanced sharira, systematic, symmetric, whatever language you use in describing a healthy decent sharira. Avadata tanu. Then punya. Punya means the merits embodied at one place, like that punya. Means herself lots of punya done, that's why she is like that now. And she will be in that place where people do lot of punya. Then sparshana ahlada karini. To the king raja, even the sparshana gives so much ahlada to him. That much love she has. Means जब उनको जगाना है राजा को या उनको कहीं बुलाना है, in any time give her आह्लाद कारण. Good thought, na? Sparshana ahlada karani. Then Ganga iva Gangata Dehavati. So like the Ganga Maya in her movement, how decently and systematically as per the need she goes on flowing. But en route, there is only giving of joy only to everyone. So she is like that. Then Hamsa Vilasini. Her Vilasa is like the Hamsa Pakshi. So Hamsa Pakshi mein there is Gambhirata, there is that beauty is there, elegance is there, all of them. So she is like that. Hamsa Vilasini. Then Tasya, how she looks like? Bhutala Pushpeshoho Sakala Akhlada Dainaha. So Bhutala Pushpaishu. Pushpaishu means the one who has got the Pushpa Bana. For what? Sakala Akhlada Dainaha. To give Ahlada to everyone. Then to that Kamadeva who has come onto the earth to give Ahlada to all. To him to give Ananda. Paricharyam chiram kartum. To do paricharya to him. Anya Ratiriva Udita. Like the Rati Devi. When Kamana Deva gives Ahlada to all, Rati Devi comes to give comfort to that Kamadeva. So she is like Anya Ratiriva Udita. So Bhutala Pushpesho Sahaglahladadainah Paricharyam Chiram Kartum Anyarati Vodita. So if that Raja Padma is compared to the Kamadeva is equal to fulfilling the Kamanas of all the Praja, whatever they want. And she is fully cooperating with him in his that mission of making Praja happy, like the Rati Devi to the Kamadeva. How wonderful see the descriptions, comparisons. मतलब मैं तो बुद्धू हूँ ये चीजें आई डोंट नो मच बट यू पीपल हु आर सच ए रसिक रसज्ञादि poets and all so you can see so much of poetic beauty and beauty of description and the correct wordings used examples taken to explain the glory of both the Raja Padma Rani Leela. So he is the Manmatha came to fulfill all the time and common of everybody. She has come to serve him as another Rati Devi. Next last one. Wonderful. Udvigne prodvigna mudite mudita samakula kulite prativimba samakanta samkrudhe kevalam bhita. So udvigne prodvigna. When he is udvega yukta, tends to be worried, anxious about anything required for the प्रजा कोई कैलेमिटी हो या कोई शत्रुओं ने अटैक किया हो या कोई ऐसे पैंडेमिक हो for any reason when the raja is udvigna she is also prodvigna she also gets identified with him and becomes udvega yukta means not irresponsive or insensitive she is sensitive second one is mudite mudita when raja is happy for some reason ठीक है तुम खुश हो मैं खुश नहीं हूं नो 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 शी इज ऑल्सो इक्वली हैप्पी लाइक शी इज हैप्पी व्हेन ही इज हैप्पी फॉर एनी रीजन कुछ कुछ लोग होते हैं, दूसरे खुश है तो ये खुद दुखी दिखते हैं बाहर जानबूझकर एंड व्हेन अदर्स आर दुखी दे आर एक्साइटेड मजा आ गया मेरे को दैट टाइप ऑफ राक्षस नहीं है शी इज उद्विग्न प्रमुद्विग्न प्रोद्विग्न मुदिते मुदिता देन समाकुला आकुलिते then vyakulata when happens to raja she is also vyakula है ना उद्वेगता and vyakulata she is also like that that way pratibimba sama kanta she such a kanta is like a pratibimba to him and in only one place she doesn't do what he does what is that sankrudhe when he becomes angry I will also become angry क्योंकि ऊपर when he is worried I was worried he was happy I'm happy so when he is angry I also must be angry no sankrudhe kevalam bhita she will really receive the krodha of him by expressing that bhiti or fear what a beautiful match na dono ka really enchanting so what Vashishtha means is few are given to as a hint as to how an ideal couple, more so a Raja and Rani, who have to become an example for the entire kingdom, have to behave individually and mutually with all maturities, understandings, love, acceptance. All of that. So, this is how the Leela Upakhyana began with the qualities explained of the Rani, Raja and the Rani. इति आर्षे वासिष्ठ महारामायणे वाल्मीकि उत्पत्ति प्रकरणे लीला उपाख्याने राजवर्णन नाम पंचदश सर्गः. This is how the 15th sarga ends, naming the Rajavarnana. Leela Upakhyana it is. Rajavarnana, Ragni Varnanam. Next one in the 16th chapter it is Krishna Mandavyaha Ragni Paridevanam. The name of this chapter ki uh, Ragni Paridevanam Nama Shodasha Sargaha. So the Ragni Paridevanam is some worry, anxiety, tension comes to her. Obviously, such a wonderful pair they are. Then a time of old age will come. So that inevitability. When that's remembered, as everyone, she was also worried. Then her thought, how to remain eternal or long living, what tapasyas can be done. By the way, though out of topic, what's one thought is there are some upasanas, etc., because of which healthy life, long life, comfortable life also can be lived. And why with all papa and while wrong indulgences cut short our lifespan and that too suffer all the diseases and die early. ऐसा क्यों जीना? In our Hindu Sanat Dharma, even though Parabrahma Prapti is the moksha ultimate goal indicated, yet for the other interested people, so many variety of upasanas are told with which they can go to some or the other worlds where they can live for thousands and thousands of years without any disease, with every of the comforts facilities. That's how in our tradition, when children do pranam to elders, they do the blessings. है ना दीर्घायुष्मति दीर्घायुष्मान भव है ना धनवान भव सुखी भव पुत्रवान पुत्रवती भव. They're all Ashirvada. And in other Upasana Prakriyas, in the Phala Shruti, we see. And in so many places, it is said that Raja thereafter he left the body and entered the Swarga and lived a long time happily in the Swarga. हजारों हजारों साल स्वर्ग में. They are the ways. These are the kashta we go through here of upasanas, tyagas, upavasas. They bless us with those results. At least wo karo, if not Brahma Vidya. Just indulging in all dushkarma, dushta bhoga, and getting all diseases and dying. And because of dushkarma, lot of papa, and then that invokes naraka adi. No, there are some people in this world, Hindu mein, Sanatana mein, they may not go for a tattva jnana, moksha jnana. But they are doing their upasanas regularly, very well controlled, disciplined life. That's how all riches are there, positions are there, respects are there, health is there, longevity is there. There are many. They may not be spiritual. Though we recommend to them, now you are set in all these things, that means if you can achieve these things with your Purushartha, you can even achieve moksha also. Try for that. We suggest them when they give a chance. But otherwise, that decent life. So this Raja and Rani indicate to us that example ki kitna mahan satkarma punya karke they have come to this level of king and queen and maintaining their dignity, their glorious qualities. ये चीजें हमको बार बार पढ़ाना है. Keeping that in mind only, we took one full class to explain. Otherwise, एक मिनट बिना पढ़े भी रानी राजवर very cordial to each other, made for each other. ऐसा कह के in one sentence, I could have skipped it. My idea is when Vashishtha did not skip, why should I skip? Yes, mentioned in that text. That means, from his opinion, it is important. Then only is mentioned, no? So when it is important, we are following him, so it should be important for us also. Therefore, we have just browsed through. Tomorrow we'll see this 16th Sarga of Ragni Paridevanam. Paridevanam means her vicharana कि ये राजा हम इतना आनंद से जी रहे, जल्दी जल्दी दिन खत्म हो रहे तो हम बुढ़े हो जाएंगे. Can we avoid that? That's how the discussion. Thank you. We'll see tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you. Any disturbance? Sorry. I don't know where is the problem. My net is good. Yeah, YouTube में कोई problem होगा. It's going so slow and with all breaks. Let's see the other text. Om.